All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKadosh, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, first off, I want to say Shalom to the ones that push this word out in truth and in sincerity, which are the apostles and elders on down to the brothers. Right, and Shalom to the ones that endure this faith until the very end, until the time of Jacob's trouble, which are, again, the apostles and elders on down to the brothers and a few sisters. All right, so Shalom. I want to do this, quick video based on, the YouTube shorts that the elder brother GMS Awakening 144, right? That's Amawan Gabar. They sent out this post. Pretty much, they made no account of our labors, and pretty much this was going into who created, the third rail for like a train track, so to say. Right now, what the importance of a third rail for a train track is that, number one, everybody knows, you don't touch that, right? Never touch the third rail. That carries electric current, right? That also powers, the electric trains as well. This is a huge impact, on the transportation industry, right? This is more than even the Transcontinental Railroad, right? And the one who invented this, they won't really tell you, right? It was Granville T. Woods, right? And he made this in 1892. Now, Granville T. Woods was an Israelite, a so-called black man. You see a picture of him, he was one of us. But these are the things that they won't tell you. They won't teach things like this in school. They'll just look at this, it's just a third rail of a train track, not really important. Actually, yes, it is. This is, again, the transportation industry. When you ain't got no transportation, the biggest factors of the society right now are, your 911, right, your emergency services, the food industry. Well, actually, no, not even the food industry. The transportation industry, then the food industry. Because without the transportation, where are you going to get your food from? Where are you going to get your supplies from? Right? Where are you going to get buildings and houses from? Because they obviously got to transport parts and the supplies to even make a place. Right? To even make the 911. Half of 911 is built off of transportation. You ain't going to see no police walking up to your house, right? They ain't going to walk all the way from the police station or across the city to your house. They got cars to do it. Right? And how are those cars made? Those shipped through either ships or trains, and mostly trains. Military equipment as well. And not only that, but why don't they make a holiday celebrating Granville T. Woods, right? National Woods Day, I don't know. Especially around this time, this should really be the time that they start, praising this man for it. Because everything's going electric. Your trains, they're all electric. But here's what they leave out, right? Now, the brother Kazak Yahawada, right, on the comment board, did pretty much research on this, right? So Thawada, he said he had some 50 patents. He also, he actually sued Thomas Edison, right? Pretty much what was going on, Thomas Edison, was trying to claim that this idea was his. Knowing the man that this man really is, the rulers of darkness. He'll take what we make. Shit, peanut butter was made by Jake. He'll take anything that is made by us and he'll say, oh, it's ours. We did it. No. Speaking of Transcontinental Railroad, they say that it was all Chinese. But then you look it up, they left out the fact that there was Italians. And most of them Italians were the Sicilians. That's why you see them Sicilians, they're hard workers, like Ishikar, right? They work on them trains and stuff. Those were the Sicilians, right? They had us working on it. So that shows, man, then they testified against him in court, which, he actually defended himself against Thomas Edison in court twice, right? Tried to put a lawsuit of copyright. What sense did that make? That shows that, if you look into the word, the what word, it goes back to extortioners or loan sharks. That's what all these people are. They're loan sharks trying to capitalize off of everything, even other people's ideas. And he goes, Thomas Edison tried to say that it was his idea. No, it wasn't. And that's why you failed, because then he tried to invite him to his corporation, the Edison Corporation, which he declined. Trying to pretty much capitalize off of him, saying, well, if he made that, then he's going into my corporation, therefore it could be all under me. That shows how sneaky and conniving that this man really is. So, I want to get a few scriptures on this. This is Job 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right? This man owns the society. But that doesn't mean that Jake, can still make something, right? Make something, make a living. Right? We was just talking about that. The fast food industries, Taco Bell was owned by Ishikarite. It was a food stand. Sold it. Right? Who's the main founder? Well, who's the owners of Taco Bell now? You look and see. Right? Checkers. Checkers was made by Israelite. Right? The owners of Checkers, man, Chick-fil-A was owned by an Israelite. I believe an Ishikarite as well. Right? The owners of Checkers was actually, Israelites. It was actually a family-owned business. Right? You had the husband and wife. And actually, they was actually well known back then. But they sold it, and now they're not known. Right? The elder sister, right? She even said that she saw them, right? She saw them out there almost every day. She saw them out there back then, right? Back in the 60s, back in the 70s. So, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where, who is he, right? He covereth the faces, right? That goes for the judges. All throughout the scriptures, man, they'll show clips or anything in general. They'll make movies and they all white. Jesus, white. They'll make them all white. Why? But that also goes to today as well. They take everything and they cover the judges, right? What happened with Santa Claus? What the hell is that? All Santa Claus is a mockery, and an astonishment variant of St. Nicholas. Pretty much they was making fun of him. So they took his a healthy so-called black man, right? And he was actually he was a good person. But what did they do? They took his image and then they turned him into a fat white man who come down chimneys. With St. Nicholas, he actually did go out helping and giving gifts. So, this is Habakkuk 2 and outside of 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Right? So all these things are all going to come to pass. Right? What you do, man, the rulers of darkness, man, what y'all do is going to come up. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Right? You're pretty much building a debt on yourself. Right? I was just watching the elder brother do a live stream. Pretty much they was going into the snowball effect. That's what it is. Y'all are building a snowball effect on yourselves. It's going to backfire. Right? The same goes for the debt that y'all got to pay. Right? Towards us and towards each other. This place is under like $90-something trillion in debt. So it says, woe to him, right? That's destruction unto him that increaseth that which is not his. So you're increasing that which is not yours. And that shit with Thomas Edison trying to claim, that's a prime example, trying to claim that the third rail invention was by him. It wasn't. You're trying to increase that which is not yours. How long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay. Right? So you lay yourself in thick clay. That thick clay is your debt. And obviously, you're on a dime. Right? Pretty much, you're living in a house where you ain't got the money to pay the rent. But the rent is due soon. You don't have the money, though. The same goes for your society. Y'all don't have the money. Y'all did not have the money, even back then. So when they start coming on y'all for the money, y'all ain't got it. Then the whole society gonna have to crash. So this is Job 5 and 13. It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Right? So he taketh, this is pretty much, in fact, I'll start at verse 11. It says, to set up on high those that be low. Right? So this is pretty much, if you want to say, the prayer of Hannah. Right? But in Job, pretty much saying the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, is just. This is what he does for those. Right? To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted or exalted to safety. Right? So if you're mourning in this society, or in general, you'll be exalted to safety. Right? We're not here to live lavishly. Right? But we're here, to survive. Right? To survive our punishment. Right? Until the very end. It says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty. So that's the main point here. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So that your technology, man, your enterprises that y'all make, it's going to be disappointed. Right? Y'all people are the crafty. And the Lord is going to destroy and take away all the things that y'all make. That sounds like Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom say, if we are impoverished and shall return and rebuild the desolate places. Right? But what did the Lord say? He said, they shall build, but I will throw down. It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Right? So he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. That can go both ways. Right? The rulers of darkness, man, y'all are wise on the left-hand side. But the Lord is going to take, the wise in your own craftiness. Meaning your own, instruments of destruction is going to be used against y'all. Right? Y'all sitting here fighting each other. America and Russia, that's pretty much like Gog and Magog. Y'all fighting each other. Y'all are both Edomites. Right? So the Lord, You know, the Lord is the ultimate chess player, right? If you want to say, man, he's the puppet master. You know, he's playing both of y'all. So, by the Lord's will, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, and Shalom.